Have you ever wanted to know if you picked the right industry to start your business? Well, in this video, I am going to show you the easy 3 steps that will help you verify your business niche. I've started over probably a dozen businesses already. Some has been successful and others just flopped. There's one important step that I've learned from that. Is that when you start a business, you want to make sure if there's pull. And pull means that is there a need for the service that you want to provide? Or do you always have to explain or convince people that they need your service? So one business that come to mind easily is my husband and I started a BIM. BIM is Building Information Modeling business. And when we started that business, it's a business that's needed. People really need it for commercial building. But however, every time it was time for us to sell our service, it's like we had to retrain individuals that they really needed it. And it took a lot of time and energy out of us. So when you're starting a business niche, don't look within to think that, oh, I've done this job for a long time, or I like doing this, so I want to start a business in it. You want to make sure that there is a market need. And this is what I call pull. They're pulling you in, they really need you. So you don't need to really sell them on it. My next easy step is person. Person allows you to identify your ideal decision maker in that business. So you need to pinpoint who that customer is. It needs to be one. There shouldn't be 2, 3, 4, 10, 20. No, you need to be super clear on who the buyer is because then you can track the money. You can really just follow the money trail. So, for example, if I say I help IT leaders do this and that, and IT is really broad. So maybe I help government IT leaders. That then I can determine my exact person, my buyers. So when I'm looking for leads, I can go to their site and make sure that person works in government, that they're a leader, and they are my exact client for me to make that connection with. The third simple step in this process is proof. Proof simply means it needs to be repeatable. Whatever outcome that you provide to your customer, whatever service that you serve needs to be repeatable because that shows that you can do it over and over and over again. So if you provide a certain service and every time you deliver it, it's completely different. And let me clarify here because every business owner, I would say, with their needs can be slightly different. But however, in general, the service that you provide needs to be similar and it needs to be repeatable. Because when you have repeatable service, first, you have proof. Secondly, you can measure how successful it was to a certain clientele. Maybe one of your customers has a bigger firm than the other, but because your expertise is repeatable, and then you can measure how well it works for a smaller firm versus a larger firm. But the key here is that you need to have a service in a niche that can be repeatable, that you can define it. So if every project that you have and the proof is different, how would you ever do lead generation? Because lead generation leads to your ideal customer. So you need to pinpoint that one person that you can reach out to and show them proof of helping someone that's just like them. This is so important because when it comes to lead generation, you need to show proof of the work that you have done to that person that is similar like them. So if you provide a service that serves every type of business, it's kind of hard to really give proof to that particular person that will need your service. So, if I provide business consultant to entrepreneurs, that's quite broad. And I know there's a lot of larger business coaches that currently do this because they have proven themselves. But when we're starting off, you and I, we need to pick one person and say, I provide business coaching to IT consultant. That's my niche. So then when I reach out to an IT consultant professional that started their business, And I can show them proof that, hey, I've helped someone that looked just like you, not looking particularly, but that have similar struggles like you that wasn't able to reach out to this leader in this sector, but I helped them to do it so I can also help you. That is my proof. I encourage you to also have that proof for your business. So, to summarize, the three simple steps that you need to take to verify your niche is first, pull. There needs to be some type of need in that industry, in that niche. Second is person. You need to clearly be able to identify who that decision maker is in that niche. And the third is proof. Your service and your results needs to be repeatable. When you have all three of these working together for you, business becomes easier. Like you can easily look out in the networking events and identify your ideal customers. Because being able to speak to one person is more powerful than speaking to 100 people. Just imagine. I want you to take the moment to really sit down and think about your niche if you have identified it or if you haven't yet, but just consider it. You being the leader in a small pond is more impactful than being a leader or servicing a large group of individuals where no one can really pinpoint who you are and how you can help them. One of the best advice I have ever gotten when it comes to growing my business, and for my business coach, of course, is to slow down and focus. The time that it takes you to really hone in and identify your niche and your customers is the most important part about starting a business. Because don't start a business from within. Like I said earlier, start because, oh my gosh, I really love doing this. I really love doing that. Yes, you should also have a passion for the type of business that you start. But first, you want to look out in the market. As IT professionals, we have such a great time right now, such tangible things that we can do when it comes to technology, which is AI. I'm speaking to myself. AI is so important and is moving super fast. Why aren't we taking this and running with it as IT professionals? You see a lot of people out there that are starting AI businesses. Some of them don't even have a technology leg in the door, but we have all of that. We have the knowledge, we have the years of working in technology, but yet sometimes we're afraid of taking that leap. So if this is you, I'm just speaking to you as well as speaking to myself that we need to step out and just take the leap and look in the marketplace to start our next business.